So what happened to y'all nature about wanting to take care of family, take care of a woman? How come that
I'm
doesn't
not
kick in?
protecting another nigga kid.
See,
So no. Hold on, mistaken.
It
This is where I'm gonna give you some African shit. Okay, when a woman divorces her husband in other cultures like Africa, and you get married to another man, you have to give his kids to him, to the original father. If you're gonna start a family with that other man, you cannot, like, basically put it to you like this: if my wife divorces me today, gets married to another dude, my son calls me on the phone and says, "This dude beat me and my eye is bleeding." You got a casualty in that house that day. You cannot discipline another man's kid. This is my domain. This DNA is my domain. We are territorial. I will literally delete somebody over my children. So you have to realize that you cannot put a scratch on another man's biological property. That is the boundary. So you might as well give those children to him. They are his. Then you see what I'm saying? And go start a new family with that dude.
so do in your culture, then do you allow the stepmother to discipline the kid, or do the biological mother have a right to come delete her
Not
if she put?
sure.
I'm
We
just
we can do
asking.
we can do it. But there's boundaries. Like I said, there's boundaries. And when it comes to men, though, men have a way higher propensity for violence. Women aren't even the disciplinarians anyway, right? They're the nurturers. So yeah,
When
you
it
allow
comes
them.
to somebody else disciplining their kids, they do. They turn up. We see it all the time at school.
Sure. You can be territorial. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually disagree. You know what women disagree over? Somebody being nice to their kid. And that kid looking at them like they're their mom. That's what I see women fight over. Or I've seen
that's
a
cursed.
child accidentally called her stepmom mom and the mom fucking flip, try to fight her. You know what I mean? So I see that more often than the discipline thing, to be
Listen,
honest.
I'll come slightly to the defense of this mindset. I think men and women are attracted to mothers and fathers. Like a man is going to be, because think about it. There's a lot of women that got kids that got men, right?
Mhm.
And she's
Mhm.
attractive enough and stuff like that. So the qualities of, because even if she doesn't have kids, what are we also looking for? We're looking for a good mother for our children. So motherly qualities, if you're already exuding them because you already have a kid and you're exuding those qualities, I think it's still attractive to men. Just like for women, seeing a father and him operating in that mode is also going to be attractive to them. However, I think that when it comes to if the opposite sex, or if a man sees a woman with a kid, there's conditions that makes him feel better about that situation. Versus on the opposite side, I think when women see fathers, they don't really care about the other situation. They just care about him being a father. Because if a brother sees a child that's not his, he gonna start asking questions. One, how attractive is she? And then the second thing he gonna ask, all right, where the father at? Is he around? Is he still smashing her? Is he in the child's life? Because most guys, like, for us to want to take care of something, another child from somebody else, we need to make sure that that's our child and not this other person's child if we're going to embark on that journey.
Well, I got some pushback for you. I agree. There are a lot of women with kids that have a man. There are a lot more that have kids that don't have a man, and the numbers back that up. We don't want to take
Mm,
care of another person's biological property. There's a difference between busting a chick down, because that's kind of what you see as, like, as a man when you see a single mom. You're like, you're right. You weigh it. Is the man in the picture? Oh, he's not. I'm not gonna take care of that kid, but I'll bust it down. We, like, men are notorious, especially
You
in this society, are notorious for busting down single moms
you
and not marrying them and not committing to them.
Let
you
me
know
can
what
I,
I
can I just add, as a single mom, can I also add those group of women who just don't want to be dating around their kids? Some people are particular about the people they have around their children, and they don't want to date.
yeah,
Not every single mom is in the
it's
street.
just you, Shane. It's just you.
So One thing I say about
These
I
single
moms
doubt
be
moms,
out here throwing it back. La, la, la.
I doubt that.
That-
And let me
one thing,
just say,
one thing I say
it
about
ain't that hard to find a stepdaddy.
one thing I say about single moms is in this day and age, if somebody looked like really good online, I would check to see if they had kids to make sure it's a woman. Because yeah, they out here tricking people. They out here
Now,
tricking.
Marcus,
Especially in Atlanta.
I know you're married, but if let's say you weren't, would you date a woman who had kids? Well, marry. Let me rephrase that because I think a lot of men date women with kids. Would you marry a woman that had a child?
Who are you talking to?
I look.
Oh.
So whatever the market I could attract dictated, I would choose from that. So if ideally, if the woman I want would not talk to me, if she didn't have kids, then I would have to date the person with kids. But ideally, I would want to start my family from scratch because
Right.
I plan on being there and having my kids all together, no matter what the situation is.
I'm speaking from a situation of you already having kids. Like if you already had, let's say, I don't want to say God forbid your wife passes, but I know y'all not going to divorce. So that's the only way that I can. But so she passes and you have your kid. Would you be open to dating other people with kids, or you would still look for somebody who doesn't have any children?
I really think it depends on. I probably ideally would live somebody that don't got kids.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it
would
go ahead.
depend a whole lot. I heard a dude talking about this before about the father, because like the type of father I am, a misunderstanding with my kids can be a real issue, and I'm sure it's other men out here who feel that same way. So it's some things you just want to avoid because kids can be mad over any reason. They might want you to be back with the other father, or they birth father, and create friction right there, and that cause a problem to get him and you and him shooting at each other or whatever. If I had to choose that way, I wouldn't like not date them. But if I have a choice, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
And keep in mind, Marcus is 6'7", so it's wide open for him.
And Trigger Mike
Beat my
6'3".
kid. I'm
Trigger
6
Mike.
foot tall. I'm 6 foot tall. My brother's 6'4". Nah, I got the short gene. Oh, sorry. Anybody that's shorter than me, my bad. But no, I
ATV
think
got some comments for you, Trigger Mike, because this is the second short joke he done made, and I seen
My
him
bad.
talking, and his mic just didn't come on. Unmute, bro, so you can get that.
my bad. I said short gene. I didn't mean anything
See
by
his
it. I promise.
face?
Did y'all see it?
No.
Don't be me sending the short jokes.
I wasn't making jokes. But the worst part about it is just like Marcus said, that was my viewpoint on it. It's like I want my own family, damn it. You know what I mean? I want my kids to look like me. That's the way I saw it. And then culturally, in my culture, everybody's gonna look at you like, what's wrong with you? An older man marries single mom, like not a young man like myself when I got married. So in my culture, if you're a single mom, usually a dude who's, I'm not gonna say his wife deceased like he's super old, but yeah, some widowers, nobody minds if they call them redeem. They'll redeem a single mom. A guy that's never been married, that's like a done well in business. Maybe he was a international businessman, comes back, tries to put down some roots. Yeah, those type of guys, marry late, they marry single moms, but at the age and the popularity I was when I was searching for a wife, like they would have been like, nigga, what's wrong with you? You got you know what I'm saying? You could get any woman you want, and you. So I wanted my own family from scratch to avoid that headache. There were, but like somebody said, there were women that you date. For some reason, I don't know why they can be attractive to you in a certain way, but I couldn't take it any further because that dude, it's like, man, I don't want problems with this. Like, this dude ain't about to be he doing stupid shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because he seen my car, now he doing stupid stuff, and nobody want to.
Like I say, the dating market would dictate that, right? So, say I was trying to date a woman that had a specific look or type that I feel is my type, and she was not jacking me. without, you know what I'm saying, before the kid. If once she had the kid and she was open to date me, and I could not get her prior to that, then I guess that's what Steve Harvey did, right? He got her after she would not have messed with him originally, and she changed the standard. So if I was in a position where I didn't meet the qualifications, I would understand that and factor that in. I'm a realist and a pragmatist. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or if the dude is dead. If her dude is dead. Yep.
Possibly.